and it's like a countdown to how fast they're gonna die. And that's usually how fast they die, before you can count down to 1. Hopefully they haven't healed, but they probably have. We will see. No, they haven't. So I'll just go like that, and that. And... gets me up to 3. Usually I'd be at about 4 or 5 right now, which is, it's not that cool. But it happens, and that's where they nerfed the resplendent chest the other day. Which is one of the reasons why I started running these, because I would do a double resplendent chest and even a triple resplendent chest, because there's sometimes a chest that spawns right at the top of those stairs in the very beginning, and it would be pretty good when you did Undercroft, I think that's what it's called, and then you'd also do the ice caves. And that's the one thing that happened right there that's kind of sucks, is that if you have no rage and you try to use your seismic slam, it will actually try to go melee them, and it won't even do a good melee. It'll just do, you know, whatever. So I'm trying to attack this guy out of range. With those guys, they have that first attack that he did, it has a cooldown on it, and you can easily avoid that. But after you avoid that one, he has instant melee attacks that you can't avoid. So if you can't take a hit from him, your best bet is to get a couple of hits off, dodge his big attack, and then move back for about 5 or 8 seconds. I think that's what the cooldown is, and then you come back in and you finish him off, and it works pretty well. Or you can pop a cooldown. They hit pretty hard. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to check for the champion pack that sometimes spawns in the cellar down here, halfway down. This will take a couple of minutes, and if that's not here, then I will seriously consider remaking this video. Is what I'll do. I don't want to have to do that, because I've got a lot of quality commentating in here, obviously. But yeah, you don't even have to kid me on that one. You can just tell me how bad I suck at this, and that'll be that. And oh, here we go. Here's a champion pack. I'm gonna back up a little bit, and maybe not back up actually. Maybe not die would be nice. Okay, well that's that could have gone worse. And yes, I will. I'll just left click my way to a 4 stack. That was pretty hard. A lot harder than kiting around for 10 minutes trying to kill them as sword and board, and eventually just dying anyways to the ground effects. Here's another champion pack. Well, that'll make it a little bit faster, although slightly more annoying, because not only are these guys illusionists and I'm running fraps, they also have mortar, which is kind of laggy in the first place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pull them back to the waypoint, and then I'm going to go heal. See if I can whittle them down a little bit more, and then I will pop my cooldowns on them and left click them until they die. Oh, that was the wrong waypoint. They probably healed. That was silly of me. Yes, they definitely healed. Anyways, long story short, that hurt. And something I've noticed with my female barbarian, which is kind of nice for Blizzard to add, is that whenever my female barbarian dies, her corpse explodes and she goes flying. And I just thought that was very nice of them to add that little finishing touch, because it It quite frankly doesn't happen to anyone else I know. So I play with my friend's Barbarian. He dies. He just falls over. His corpse is still there. No problem. I die. My corpse just goes flying in every which direction. It's probably something to do with female barbarians. Anyways, there we go. And since I don't have my cooldowns up today, it's going to take about twice as long to do, but that's alright. And there's some things you should probably know. For instance, that Earthquake does not scale with crit damage. That might be changed in a future patch, but it does, however, scale with attack speed and strength, which is really nice. So my Earthquake definitely doesn't do the 94k DPS times 2000. It is nowhere close to that. It's probably more in the 50 range, but it still does a lot of damage. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to have to go through a couple of phases on this, which is fine. You know, it's faster to just kill her than to wait for my cooldowns. And then I'll have my cooldowns up if there's a champion pack early on in the next one. Anyways, so that's nice.
Still recharging. I'm overburdened.
Now it's time to go get some crafting materials. I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten some good stuff before, but not recently. Not recently. I haven't found any good weapons yet at all, which is unlucky, but I've gotten lucky in other places. And you might say, well, he's got so much gear and so much gold, he must have gotten lucky. Well, the truth about it is that I leveled up with the first batch of people who were getting high levels, so I could sell pretty much anything that dropped, which is really what the key was to getting money at the start. You leveled up fast and you were at the high end, and you could sell anything as you were leveling up, and it was really nice, and you could make a lot of money that way. And that's how I got my money, and that's how I started making my money in